There's something really powerful when God starts to call you in, starts to draw you into His presence in a way that maybe for some of us seems somewhat mysterious, somewhat enticing. And the Scriptures really capture as well our desire, that innate human desire to bring worship to our Creator. Psalms 95 verses 6 through 8 says this, "Come, let us bow down and worship. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker, for He is our God, and we are the people of His pasture, the flock under His care. Today, if only you would hear His voice." I don't know where you've been or where you go to practice worship, to offer your best blessings of God up into His presence. But here at Younger Generation Church, we sense God moving in our midst, and oftentimes people will be simply drawn by the Holy Spirit saying, "Stop a moment. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, stop a moment and draw near to me." The story of my friends and the little pieces they share with you here hopefully will give you a sense of what we feel God is doing in the midst of Younger Generation Church.
I've been always hearing the beautiful worship and attracted to it. And I found myself lost in the foyer and very drawn to the sanctuary. But I've never been there. It was very different from what I grew up with or what I've known. And I went in and absolutely loved it.
Came in about the time YG was starting. Didn't even know YG was even here. Didn't know anything about the church other than I just seen it on the internet. So came in, heard I think some drums possibly from the sanctuary, which I thought I was maybe in the wrong church. And poked my head in the sanctuary at the time and looked, and we went in, sat down, and really liked what we saw, liked what was going on, and decided we were going to come back. And my wife ended up moving down here shortly after that from Iowa. And we moved down to this area, Grand Prairie, so that we could go to this church. And haven't gone anywhere since.
Being part of YG has brought that missing puzzle piece. And I knew that that piece was missing from my life. And once I started attending, I found that missing puzzle piece. And it was in worship. It was in freedom to worship. It was in the music. It was in the feeling of that music. And that has grown my experience with Jesus because it's made it alive.